Okay, welcome to today's training on how to use Manatal for team building. So let me go ahead and screen share here. All right. So first off, I'm going to explain that right now my account, I had deleted all of the jobs I had posted and had to repost just because of an issue with my LinkedIn connection. I was talking with Manatal support and we have it figured out now, or we think we do, but just letting y'all know that there's a few things I won't be able to cover in depth today just because of that reason, but I do have a previous Manatal training that you can refer to if you need to reach out to me to get it. You can just to in case I can't cover some of the things that I need to, but I think for the most part I can. It just might not be quite as descriptive as it would have been in the previous training, but when you guys want to get started, you're just going to go to manatal.com. This is a job board um, that posts to all sorts of other job boards. So basically, um, it'll post to Indeed, to LinkedIn, all of those things. Okay, I'll clarify. LinkedIn, it posts to if you have a LinkedIn company page. So you're going to integrate like your page ID, and Indeed, it would only post to if you also have your career page from Indeed put in here or something. So if you're not on Indeed, that wouldn't work. I currently don't have Indeed, so I'm just using LinkedIn. But then it will automatically post to a bunch of other free job boards as well. It's just that if you don't have LinkedIn, you're not going to get as many candidates. If you post international on here to international locations, you'll get a few more just because some of those other free job boards reach out to more international locations. Um, but I'll explain stuff as we go through it. Let's go ahead and get started. So when you want to sign up, you go to manatal.com. And then what I would recommend doing is click start 14-day free trial. Let me see if I can log out because that's going to be an issue. It just logged me in automatically. Okay, cool. From there, it's going to take you to create your account. You're just going to put in your name, your company email address. So I would recommend if you guys have a business name that you use that along with a business email that's like it linked to a domain, or like if you have an EIN for your business name, that's what you would need in order to use Manatal. Okay. I tried to get around that. I tried signing up with just a domain to have a separate another Manatal account, and that did not work. So just to clarify, like you're gonna need an EIN number for this. So you're gonna need an EIN for your business name, okay, as well as the company email address. Go ahead and enter in a password and your phone number and click sign up. Okay. From there, it will let you into your account. It may verify a few things with you. I was checking back to try and remember what all it asks for previously. If I remember right, it's basically going to ask for, or eventually when they verify your account, it's going to ask for your business documents. So like whenever you get your EIN number, your business license, you can upload a photo of that for them and any other little things they ask for. If I remember right, it wasn't a whole lot. Like I said, I tried to get around it just doing a domain and a GoDaddy receipt, and that did not work. They basically said they had to have more than that. They said it has to have current business registration certificate showing your name or signature, shareholder certificate or ownership statement, power of attorney or authorization letter. So basically you've got to have your business name on either documents coming to your house, something like that. So you will need to have a free EIN, which is not an issue. If you need help setting that up, reach out to like a mentor or someone that can help you with that. There is training on that as well, I believe. In the Empire Academy, I think. So yeah, make sure you get that free EIN. So what I did is when I first signed up for a Manatal account, I remember they took a long time with the verification process. So what I recommend doing is as soon as you get an account, as soon as you start the free trial, reach out to their support. Let me go ahead and log back into my account now. So that's the sign up process. But let me go ahead and log in. Um, if I can remember my login information here. Oops. I don't know why I don't have it saved in there. I can't talk and type, so give me 1 minute and I'll continue with what I was saying. I'm gonna have to go look for my password here. Hopefully that's right. Okay. Reach out to their support as soon as you're in your account. So your account dashboard is gonna look something like this. Your homepage, you won't see any candidates and stuff here yet when you first are in here. Their support, if you go up under the little help sign up here and just click talk to us, you can message them through here, or their email is support@manatal.com, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see here. Well, this is Manatal verifications, but when you first need to verify your account, you could just message support as well. I believe. Let me double check here for you guys. I'm gonna tell you wrong. This is the welcome. Yeah. Oh, contact. This is contact@manatal.com. So any of those emails, but I think I usually message support. Let me go to my other account that I'm actually using currently. That was when I was trying to use another account with them, but let me see who I'm messaging here. Support@manatal.com. So whatever works, you can message a couple of them, but support@manatal.com, like I emailed them just a couple of days ago. They answered that same day. So they usually are really helpful and quick once you contact them. But for some reason, sometimes that initial verification process can take so much time. Um, and I'm not sure, but you may have to just use your free trial to kind of look around, get used to your platform, and then um, you do have to purchase a subscription in order to have any sort of, how do I say it? I believe you have to purchase a subscription to even have a job receive candidates. I think. So basically your free trial is going to be just to get your account set up and have a few days. Like I kind of recommend starting with the free trial just in case it takes them some time to get you verified. Okay, but after that, if you want to purchase a subscription with them in order to have like workflows, which would be messages going out to multiple candidates all at once, all you have to do is basically click a few things and you've got a bunch of messages sending out to them without you messaging each person, which takes a lot of time. Um, so for some reason, my mind is going blank. It's been, yes, Mark, I will show how to sign up for this. So like I explained at the beginning, some of you guys were not in here. My account, usually I have a bunch of jobs over here. I have a bunch of candidates, but I had been going through the last 2 days, I've had issues with my LinkedIn connection. So they mentioned that one of my jobs was not posted correctly to a city and a state or something like that. And they said it was messing up my connection. So I deleted all my jobs and started new this morning. And I apologize because it was the wrong time to do it for this training. I really wasn't thinking this morning when I did that. But I had done a previous Manatal training where I showed how to like respond to candidates, how to send messages, and I'll still see if I can do a little bit of that for you guys. But for now, I am going to show you guys kind of the setup, how to set up like your messaging templates, and all of that. So like Mark was asking, as far as getting your, subscription, I'm going to see if I can find where we did that. So if we go to settings, password, email settings, integrations, preferences. I'll have to remember how to do this. Maybe it's under administration. There, okay, manage your subscription is under administration down here. Okay, so you can click on manage subscription and you can see mine is $39 a month currently. And I will say, like, for a while like this, if this is working well, this can help you guys like maintain gold and even have a few extra. It's totally worth it, is what I'm saying. It could help you get to silver, I believe. Like if your account's working properly, it's really good. If your LinkedIn is connected properly, the only issues I had is LinkedIn blocking me or saying maybe I'm posting too much of the same job. So I recommend having a couple of LinkedIn pages where you can have your support, Manatal support, switch those out, and also just being really careful not to have a bunch of the same titles and descriptions that you're reposting. So you have to be really careful with that. This is what I'm using currently. They have a cheaper plan for 19 a month. The reason I'm using the enterprise plan is because of being able to not have to message each candidate. Okay. So that's the reason for me using that. Let me see if I can find where they show the different plans though. Trying to think, maybe they only show it. Okay, 1 second. Let me go back. Okay. Learn more about the subscription plans. Upgrading your plan. I thought there was a page where they showed maybe it may be also back on the main page where you can see the different pricing. I'll probably have to log out in order to show you guys that page again. Maybe I can just go to Manatal. It always wants to automatically log me in, so I apologize. Give me just a minute. There we go. Solution, sources, pricing. Okay, here we are. So it looks like you can start free trials for these other plans. I actually did not realize that, but that might be just as good of an option. The professional plan, so you can see only up to 15 jobs as well. So that's one limitation, but it would be a good start for you guys. I often only have about 15 jobs open at a time anyway, just because you have to be careful not to post too much on here. You just don't want to get flagged, especially with the LinkedIn anymore. Even LinkedIn free job postings are difficult for me. They're just starting to flag stuff, certain titles, descriptions. It just seems like, yeah, it just seems like they're buckling down just a little bit. So you have to be kind of careful and just use it sparingly. Like, don't do too much. Maybe I usually with my Manatal account was doing 2 jobs a day, and then I would delete 2, post 2 new. But I try to always use new titles. So, and descriptions, never have the same one open at the same time. I'll check the chat in a second, you guys. 1 minute. Professional plan. So this one would be fine to start with. I use Enterprise because look here, it has the workflow automation, which means you're not messaging each person. Messaging each person would be fine. However, it's like with Manatal, there's like a few steps you have to go through and even in order to even choose a template and send them that message. So that's why it takes so long. It's not even the same as like copying and pasting a response to a LinkedIn candidate with the free job post. So it's a little bit more time consuming, and that's why I chose this plan. This one, I've never tried this plan. I mean, if you guys want to upgrade and try something else, see if it's better, that's fine. For me, this one works great. Let me check the chat really quick here. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go back to my account now. And I'll show you guys now how you create the template in order to respond to candidates and how to create a job. Why don't we go with job first? Just because obviously before you get candidates, you're gonna have to create a job. This morning I did create these two. Like I said, use ChatGPT, get different ideas for titles, just because then you can see which ones are working well. I've noticed LinkedIn is being very picky about what titles are working, like to even post a free job. It won't let me post some. It'll say something like, this title has high search something or other, and it won't let me post. So I put into ChatGPT that like I'll tell it what it said on LinkedIn, and then it'll give me job descriptions and titles that are actually going to work. So do that. And I almost recommend using those in here just to make sure these are going to post to LinkedIn. Okay. Um, with your job boards, you're not going to be able to see them until your account is verified. But once it is verified, if you go under the administration and you go to job boards, manage your job boards over here, you're going to see, you view the free job boards here. You're going to see LinkedIn, and you do need to make sure you configure your LinkedIn page ID, your company URL. If we go over to LinkedIn, just for those of you that may not know this, I'm sure a lot of you do. If we go to our company page. Actually, I just went to my job account. Sorry. Let me go back a step. If we go to my company, we can get the URL, out of the URL, we'll get this ID. So this is my ID right here, just the numbers. You'll copy that. You'll come back over to Manatal and you'll put that in here. And then you'll agree to these things here, check them off and click enable right here. This says disable. I don't want to do that. But you'll enable it for the first time. Anytime you need this ID changed, if your LinkedIn isn't working and Manatal support can't help you, I would just ask them to put a new company page ID in. Sometimes it just seems like LinkedIn has blocked my pages multiple times through here. So just letting y'all know, if you have to change this out in order for it to work again, that's just what you have to do. But Manatal support is the one that has to change it out. I can't change this out myself. No. So for the first time though, you can enter it in and you're all set. The rest of these you can configure, like if you had accounts with these that you were paying for, Monster, Indeed, any of these, you can configure your account information. But a lot of these that are just free job boards, I haven't configured. I mean, I'll agree to their terms and conditions and click enable, but you don't really need to configure anything for a lot of these. But you do for the first time, you have to come in here and you have to agree to all of these job boards terms and conditions. It's really quick. And then you just click enable down here. Okay. So there's a lot. This thing posts to a lot, but only a few of them actually give you a lot of candidates. So keep in mind, I've noticed Adzuna gives me a lot for international job posts that I post. So that's kind of more for international. I'll see a few from some of these others. Talent, it'll like, I don't know, some of these give a few, but if you don't configure at least a LinkedIn account or an Indeed account, you're not going to see a ton of applicants with Manatal at all. So just keep in mind, or unless you have like a paid subscription with ZipRecruiter or Monster or something else. So make sure you come in at and configure all of these, make sure they're ready to go before posting your job. Okay. So sorry, I'm a little back and forth here. I forget all of the things that you have to have set up with this. But anyway, to create a job, let's quickly go through that. You'll click create job on the left. You'll click complete a form, or if you want to pre-make a template, usually I'm creating new titles, new descriptions for each one. So I just click complete a form. You'll put in your job title name. I might just go ahead and do one more. I'm going to just grab a description out of my LinkedIn account really quick, one that I don't have posted. So we're going to try a wedding planning consultant. And you guys, just for your own sakes, as well as mine, but for your own sakes, please don't copy exactly these descriptions or these titles. I don't care if you guys use these titles to go over to ChatGPT and say, give me variations or something. But when we all copy titles and descriptions, these job boards just start shutting us down. Okay, so it's really good to try to come up with new things. You can definitely use this for ideas, but just don't copy and paste exactly as I'm doing. Okay, so you put in your title here. Okay, whoops. Your department doesn't really matter. You just make up something for that. Okay, and then you can select your name and click continue. And from here, you just go under all of these tabs and fill out information. You really only need to fill out information under the summary tab. And then you go straight to sourcing. And that's it. So summary has all of the information that you need. Job description, you'll click add. You'll paste in the description here and make sure if you need to edit anything, go ahead and do so. Sometimes it misspells and I don't know why that is. I think it has something to do with pasting into here because I've noticed my job descriptions aren't misspelled elsewhere and there's still there's a few issues in here. So just make sure you kind of correct anything that needs to be. So yeah, your whole job description goes in one place, makes it nice and easy. Okay, you can click save. Let's see what else is wrong here. My Grammarly shows me where I've got issues, but I'm not really seeing what's wrong. I can fix that. Okay. Okay, that's all I want to know. You click save. You add a job location. The more that you guys fill out, um, yeah, Michael, I'll have the recording. The more that you guys fill out here, the more job boards it's going to post to. I usually fill out this whole thing, okay? Because if you miss one of these, it might not post to some of those free job boards because some of them have requirements that you have this information filled out before it posts to them. So I fill out everything here usually. Um, you'll put in your location, and like they were telling me this morning, the issue with my LinkedIn connection was because I had put in a city, and then I put in a city in Ireland, and for some reason it was messing up all of my LinkedIn job posts. It said it had to have like a city and a state or something, but I usually post international and don't have issues, so something was wrong with the place I was posting to. So just double check, I guess, that you have like a city and either a state or a province or whatever it's called, and then your country in as well. Okay. US does well too, if your LinkedIn is integrated. Otherwise, for international, like international will do better for the other free job boards, usually for me. Yes, for remote. Office address, I usually put in United States here, and that usually works fine. If you want to put in something else, I'm sure it will be okay. Head count, you can, I make this different for every job. It's anywhere from like 1 to 5 people or something. You guys do what you prefer there. I also alternate this between junior and then just like not applicable. So if you guys like whatever you decide, because people don't have to have a lot of experience to get started with us. Close date, I usually do anywhere from like 25 to 30 days. I think there's a requirement, like it can't be open over a month. So I do anywhere between now and a month. The jobs will start to slow down within like 15 days anyway, as far as for getting applicants. Salary, you guys do what you decide here. I sometimes do as low as like 25 to a higher number per annually. I always make sure this says annually, okay? And this will just help it get posted to more boards. Obviously, we're not salary pay. So whatever you guys feel comfortable with, if you want to leave this out, I don't know how many job boards it will post to. It may not really let you. I don't know if I've tried just leaving it out. But you could try that. And I usually put in part-time. Every now and then I'll put in full-time here, just so that I'm not doing the same thing on every job board. So whatever y'all prefer there as well. I don't think there's like I just wouldn't do the same exact thing on each of these for every job, because just because of the way LinkedIn one time was also saying like they're noticing a pattern with my jobs or something like that. So yeah, just be careful with that. This is also just asking for the close date. My Zoom thing is in my way, so I'm having an issue getting to that. There we go. Put it on the other side. I'll just do the 27th. Like they have an expected close date and then a close date. You guys can make that the same or different, whatever, as long as it's under 30 days. Job industry, I do either tourism and travel agency, or I do, there's one for hospitality, and I'll do that sometimes. So let's see, I think I'm ready to do this one. If there's another one you guys see for industry that kind of makes sense for this, you can use that too and just alternate it. So that's it there. Now we skip all of these tabs and we go straight to sourcing, because there's just nothing you need to do under these. Okay. So we're going to go sourcing, and you're going to click on your career page. You may have had to set this up under the settings. I'll check on that, but you'll just click publish right here to career page. As soon as you publish it to career page, your job is active, but I usually go back to sourcing and I go under the job boards and I double check under free job posting that it posted to all of these. Okay. It has a green check mark by whichever ones it posted to. There are a few that it will not post to every time pretty much. And it's just because they may not post to like that country, or they may not, that maybe it just didn't meet a certain requirement. But as long as it's posting to like the majority of them, you're going to get candidates, right? Some of these it's okay. I think some of these job boards are for like, this one's for like India. So you don't want it to post to that anyway. Poland and Germany. So see, that's why they're like specific to countries I wasn't even posting the job to. So that's the reason for that. And that's all you need to do. So now you guys will come back to jobs and you'll see it open here. It's gonna take 24 to 48 hours, so I posted the other 2 this morning. It's gonna take that long for them to get candidates, and then I'm gonna see the job is gonna switch over to here, and it's gonna be like, it has new candidates. And then when I open up the job from this section here, it's gonna show me all the new candidates. And then what I can do, as far as for how to reply to them, I don't know how to show you guys. I wish I would have not done that. I should have left one job open this morning, but um what you can do from there is like you can click these little dots and it will say like on the candidate list, you'll click 3 dots up here and it will say select all, and you'll be able to select all of the candidates. And then you can move them to another stage. I usually move them all to submitted, and then my email will go out automatically if you have your workflows set up, okay? And then that way I don't have to do anything else with them. They get the email, they get the Calendly link from the email, and they sign up for a meeting, okay? So if you guys need my other training, reach out to me and I can get it to you. It wasn't on YouTube because I had used Descript to like edit it a lot. So that if you need more help with knowing how to like reply to the candidates on here, let me know. Otherwise, one thing you guys that can be confusing is sometimes when you log into your Manatal account, this is on the list view and your jobs and candidates will look different. But if you switch it to board view, it's just easier to manage, in my opinion. So just keep that in mind. Josette, I don't pay for any of those job boards. So yeah, I mean, I've paid for some LinkedIn before, but I'm not currently. I'm just paying for my Manatal account. So yeah, you don't have to pay for those other ones. They'll still give you some candidates. It's just if you have a Manatal account and you don't have your LinkedIn page integrated into here and it's not working and giving you candidates, you're not going to receive as many candidates. That's just how it is. Unfortunately. So that's what I'm working on now. I'm going to see if my jobs start working again. I was having issues with my LinkedIn again, but I do love Manatal when it's working well for me. And so that's why I still have it. Okay. So now let's talk about a few more settings, like as far as getting, once you guys have a plan purchase that allows you to use workflows, you'll come under settings. I think it's email settings. And then you can manage email templates here. I think that's the only thing you need to click on. Yeah. So we'll manage email templates, and usually they have some templates already here. And so you can just edit one of the ones that's here. You only need one. Okay. So I edited this top one and I just clicked edit. I named it something. I'm not sure if I had an original template and deleted it. So this is number 2. It could be number 1. But anyway, it has like the little, I don't know if they're called tags, I think, where it'll auto-populate each candidate's actual full name here, as long as you have this here. And then it'll also auto-populate each job that they applied to, the job position name. And then you can do a basic, like, in order to move forward, we require you attend an informational meeting. And you'll put your Calendly link in here. And then I have it very short. I don't know. You guys do your thing. You'll probably come up with something better for an email. But it seems to work fine for me. So this is what I have currently. See if I can move this out of the way. And then you're going to click update or save. This doesn't have to be on because you don't have other people on your account, but whatever the case. And that's all. So then your template's there. It's named. Okay. And here's the confusing part, is getting your workflow set up to where this email is going to go out as soon as you put candidates into that. As soon as you move candidates to submitted over here, that email is supposed to just go out. Okay. And it'll actually show you that something's happening up here when you move people over here. In order to have that set up, it was a little bit tricky for me. And I contacted Manatal support to figure it out because I just didn't know how to do it. So I don't know if I even remember, you guys. It was a process, but I think I have the email with the video that shows how to do it. They sent me one. It walks you through it step by step. Right here, they have support that you can reach out to right there. So that works. Let me just take a look and see if I can show you guys quick. Right here is your career page setup. So you're going to want to enable this when you get started. Okay. You're just going to click enable. Okay. Make sure you do that too. Okay. So as you guys are setting up your account, either if you're taking notes now or you want to watch this, I am going to try to post this recording to YouTube so that you guys have it available. But if your career page is not enabled, you can't enable your job post to like any job boards or to your career page, okay? Because once you enable to your career page, it automatically goes straight to job boards. Okay, you see, I feel like it was under settings actually, where, and maybe email settings? No, it wasn't. Okay, it's under administration. Customize account. I think that's what it is. Okay, and then pipeline stages. I don't know. It may just be a waste of time for me to try to remember this, you guys, because there was a lot of different steps they had me take. I'll probably end up messing something up on my account if I click too much. Oh, maybe it's features, actually. That sounds right. Yeah. I think it's features. There's mass emailing, but I don't actually think that's what it was. That does not ring a bell. Automations. Okay. Features, automations. Oh, enable the automations. You do have to do that, but that's not actually how you set it up. Okay, so that was one of the steps. Let's go ahead and go to my email, and I want to just give you guys the link for, if I can remember which email they sent that to. Manatal. Okay. Sorry for the delay on this. I should have found this before we got on. Welcome to Manatal. I just don't think, okay, here we go. Verify email change or receipt. I know I saw it this morning. I actually saw the thing they had sent me. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me go back to other email and see if it was sent to this one. Because like I said, I had tried. No, it wouldn't be though. No, it wouldn't be because I never got that set up all the way. Okay. Automatic emails. Maybe it's under here. Okay, workflow automations are custom automated triggers. Okay, it could be if I click on this link, it'll take me to that. Right here it is. Okay. So this is going to show you guys how to like set up the email, set up the automation to like trigger emails to go out. If I could give you guys like what's in this URL, support@manatal.com, docs automations. Okay. So, I mean, if you guys are watching this recording, go ahead and just like type all of this in and it should bring up this page. You'll scroll down and you can watch this video and set it up step by step with this video. That's what I did. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the chat now if you guys want to grab this link right now, so you don't have to type it in. Okay. That's okay, Gisette. It's getting long. Sorry, guys, but we'll be done shortly, hopefully. Let me make sure if there's anything else. So like once your workflow automation is set up, like I said, the candidate response goes really quick because you have your template. So what'll happen is when you're setting up that workflow, along with that video, it'll have you choose that email template. So that's the one that's always going to go out automatically whenever you submit candidates to a certain stage. So you can set it to go out for whichever stage you want to put your candidates in. As soon as there's new candidates, I put them in submitted and my email goes out, and that's all there is to that. So it's very easy. Are there any questions or something you guys like are not understanding? I know it's a little bit tough because I can't show you guys the whole process right now, and I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I apologize. That was really silly that I was working through things with Manatal support and I did not leave one job open at least that had a new candidate. I should have done that. But hopefully you guys will be able to figure it out. It was something that I kind of played with. And another thing that's so nice is anytime you have a question about something or you're like, how do I do this? Literally message their support because they are like, they're the most helpful, and like they don't ask questions. Like they're the most helpful job board support that I've ever talked with, which is awesome. Like they'll literally just reply back to you so quick, and they're so helpful, but, like, when you first need your account verified, often they don't reach out to you right away, and I don't know why that is. They kinda just wait for you to contact them. So, definitely get in touch with them if you need anything at all or have a question. Or you can ask me too. Now that I know, you're welcome to ask me and reach out to me. I'll go ahead and stop the recording here.